Four gorgeous men try to summon an abomination from under the asphalt of Everett. This is the way of the dork.
Welcome everybody to episode 66 of the Four Dorksmen podcast. I'm Nate, aka Angry Nate.
I'm Joey, aka Angry Joey.
This is Collector Clint, aka Happy Clint.
And this is Asian Tony Stark, BKA Ryan.
What?
Better known as.
Oh, well,
He had to be different. You
had
know.
to be different.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ding the bell. Ryan made it awkward
Yeah.
already. We weren't
Yeah.
that far in. We got our first bingo bell.
Hey,
it's true.
30 seconds in.
Thank you everyone for joining us this week. We are joined by very, very special guests. It's been a long time coming. The only person we could think of to have on for our Halloween week episode. I will let him introduce himself in the only way he knows how.
Booming thunder shakes poisonous air, and toxic swamp boils with translucent green goo. A slimy cocoon bubbles out the rotting, foul-smelling puddle of primordial goo. What's up, everybody? I'm Dima.
There it is.
Oh,
God,
I
I
love
missed
I
it.
it.
miss that so much.
Miss those.
Love it.
I
It's
miss
been
those
so long.
videos so much.
Yeah.
By the way,
awesome.
when he does those, he's not reading from a cue card. He has nothing in front of him. He's just looking directly at the
Yeah.
camera, and it's in his head. Wonderful.
It's just
He's like a candidate at a
something.
debate. He's got a teleprompter in front of him.
Yeah.
You know what, though? At least he's using it for good use if that's the case.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's true.
lord.
you just can't see. It's Hillary's there holding like cue cards for him as he goes through. Yeah, that's what we can't see. Yeah.
Damn, it would be really funny if that was the case and then she missed
Yeah.
the card and all of a sudden thing didn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Awesome. Thank you, Dima, for joining
thrilled
us.
to have
this
you here.
week.
Yes.
We
Single
are
handed,
very
guys.
excited.
Whoop, whoop.
So a couple of quick housekeeping things. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram at _Dorksmen. Feel free to email us at dorksmen@gmail.com. Thanks to the wonderful discussion we had last week with our friends at Movie Retakes. We do have a system set up now to respond to your emails. So make sure you're emailing us.
And
that's
thank
a
you to
bunch
the
of
brothers. The brothers Newland actually tested it too. So
Yes.
thanks
So
for
it's-
thanks for
it's
being our
great.
beta testers.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure you're playing along. Bingo, dorksmanbingo.com. As you can see, Clint's got the bell. He likes to make it awkward and ding the bell as we record. So every time we hit a bingo squared, you'll hear that bell, Dima. Just don't be alarmed.
I just run.
yeah.
I just jump out the window.
Yeah, just like, yeah.
It kind of sounded like Nate was aggravated by the bell. I don't know. What do you think, Clint? Was he annoyed by the bell?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You'll hear it though. I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah,
I'll
I was
get
trying to
annoyed by
punch
the bell.
out one for y'all.
Oh, there you go. I got that.
There's
Oh,
one.
how's them hemorrhoids feel?
there it is.
Bye, Dima. Come back.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Excellent. Keep going.
What else? What else we got? I think that's it.
Cool. Email
Is that
bingo
it?
and
That's
good,
it.
yeah.
Email bingo.
One
yeah.
more
the
thing. This is the
contest.
last week of the 4D
The
costume
contest.
contest. So share your photos, Twitter and Instagram, #4D costume contest. We just have a Frank and Freddy that we actually just came across. We'd like to give away to somebody. So it will be random, but every costume you share that you're wearing is another entry. So feel free to share multiple entries, as some of you have, and we appreciate that. So the more the merrier. #4D costume contest. Get it.
Get
One
it.
What's gonna
bonus
be-
entry if you ever dressed up as a pineapple for Halloween.
Oh,
Yes. If you have
Yeah,
a pineapple costume,
I'll tell you what. If there's a
Bonus entry.
pineapple costume, we'll find you a prize no matter what.
yes.
If you
Even
win
if
as
you
a
go-
pineapple,
Yeah, if you go buy one right now before
Yep.
Halloween and put it
Yep.
on and take a picture, we will absolutely give
You will
a
get something
prize.
from
counts.
us for sure.
That
100%.
counts.
Yes.
and don't
100%.
forget Nate's standing offer. If anybody wants to get a giant pineapple back tattoo, he will pay for it. So just let us know if you decide to do that.
Pineapple
It's true.
shrug.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do it.
Pineapple life.
Just prove that you've done it, and then I'll write you the check.
So it's more of
It's
a
a
refund.
reimbursement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's a
more
reimbursement type thing.
It's like a tax refund. Pineapple refund for the tattoo. Yeah.
Nice.
What's funny about the Frankenfreddy is that I ordered one off the Funko shop way back when it came out, and it's stuck in my box across the border. So whoever wins the contest is going to get theirs
Aw.
before I even get mine. So it's
Dang.
been months.
Oh,
and it's,
speaking of
yeah.
your box in Blaine, did you see where they just like vacuumed out a huge murder hornet nest near Blaine?
Oh
Did
God!
you see that on the news? Yes.
I
don't scare
I didn't
more.
realize it was so close. I didn't realize it was so close to the border.
Yeah, they're right there, man, in Blaine. Just giant
Yeah.
murder hornet nests, and they vacuumed them all out.
Because
they
Blaine,
don't
from
wanna
where,
kill 'em.
yeah, from where we are, like it's literally Blaine's like 5 minutes across the U.S. border, so they're super close.
Well, that's
Yeah,
okay. The
that
border's
sucks.
closed. They can't make it. They
Oh,
can't make
they
it.
can't.
There's a big
Borders closed,
giant
they can't.
barrier they sent all
Yeah,
the way up
to
to the
no-
edge
no
of the
fly zone.
universe. No one can get
Yeah.
through.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
no
if their
flies.
passport's up to date or not. They can't. They can't
No,
go
they
across.
can't get through.
So,
Nice.
Anyways. Anyways.
Love it.
Normally we'd jump into a couple Ask the Dorksman questions. We're going to do things a little bit differently this week. The whole episode is going to be Ask the Dorksman questions, Halloween based. We've got some wonderful questions that came in this week. I just did a quick look through some of them. There are some really, really good ones. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. It's all Halloween centric just because it's the last week before we transition to Christmas, I guess. Because as soon as November hits, we're going to start seeing Christmas decorations, and it's way too soon. So we're going to enjoy this time.
holiday.
Christmas
Have you seen
Yeah.
them already?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Since
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
last month.
Yeah.
Is it different up in Canada? I mean, come like second week of September here in Hawaii, it's always like, yeah, you walk to the mall. Well, normally if you walk by Macy's, there's already Christmas
Right.
trees and all that bullshit up. So yeah, too
Y'all,
soon.
y'all already had Canada Thanksgiving, right?
We
Yes.
did, yeah. We had
So do
Thanksgiving
y'all
a
have?
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Do y'all have any major holiday between Halloween and Christmas then?
We have Remembrance Day, which is
Okay.
this Veterans Day for you guys.
We have
November
Veterans
11th, yeah.
Day. More
That's
like,
not really a big
yeah,
celebratory holiday or anything.
right, so
but,
nothing. So yeah.
nope. Between that and between Thanksgiving and Christmas, there isn't. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nobody really decorates for Thanksgiving around here. You know,
No.
they may have all fall decorations and try to pull double duty. Oh, this is Halloween and Thanksgiving decorations.
Anyway,
Any Christmas stuff before December is way too soon. I'm pretty sure that's should be the
Preach.
rule.
yeah.
Should be the rule.
We usually put ours on
Um,
Black Friday.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of close, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's
Not
after
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving still
anymore.
counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
you decorate-
A while ago, I was filming a music video, and I do sometimes videos for a local haunted house around here, and there's like this haunted house that takes place like in a farmer community kind of a thing, in a barn, and I asked the owner like, hey, can I borrow, like he has like this big pig made out of foam, if I could just go walk in and take it for a music video that I was shooting. And he said, yeah, just come in there, grab a pig and, you can leave. And I go into this farmhouse and I steal like, this pig, first of all, happens to be probably like 60 to 100 pounds. It's a heavy pig. And it's huge. So I'm carrying it and then the alarms start going up everywhere because I guess the whole building was alarmed. And I am freaking out. Like I'm with Hillary trying to haul this pig out of the barn. And it's all like blood covered and everything. And I called the guy who runs the haunted house. I'm like, there's like alarms going on. The guy goes like, dude, you gotta run because there's going to be a bunch of mean farmers gonna come out with guns probably trying to hunt you down. So I'm trying to shove this pig into our car.
Oh.
And we finally got there. And the owner was like, why do you open the door? I'm like, well, I know what the pig was. He's like, yes, I put it outside. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't ever do that again, man. Don't go inside the building when
Well, he doesn't tell you nobody expects that to be outside. I mean, come on.
Right.
Yeah. So ever since then, I'm like taking Halloween decorations. I'm like, I'm very careful about like decorations or picking them up. So I don't want to get shot.
That's amazing. Well, we're glad you didn't get shot by some random farm.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it triggered your guys' story about the Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
For some reason, triggered me on that. I'm like, oh, I remember that.
Bad memories.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
That's actually leads nicely into our first question this week. It's from Ed. So his question, Ed at butt wasted, butt
But was
twisted,
Ted.
But twisted.
but was Ted.
Wait, yes.
Oh, yes.
Was Ted? Yeah. If you could choose just
But-
one, what was
But
that?
was Ted. That's going to be his new
But
name.
was
But
Ted.
was
That's gonna be
Ted.
his new name? Yeah, that's a good one.
He was Ted. Now he's Butt. All right, go on.
If you could choose just one Halloween tradition to get rid of, be it decorations, songs, TV specials, what would it be? And his answer is he would get rid of Halloween masks that have glitter. Very specific.
Very specific.
Very specific. But yeah, you get rid of one thing Halloween related. What would it be?
Joey?
Cheap candy. Like that used to bug me so bad as a kid, like going to a house and it'd be like those Mary Jane candies or like the I'm trying to think of what the name of that other candy is. It's escaping me right now.
Like
but
Bit-O
like
Honey or
yes, Bit-O Honey's garbage. Like it'd be like, you know, the $2 bag that's like 30 pounds of candy, but it's like candy nobody wants. And
That's why it's there,
man. Like you know, at least get some sweeties or something. I mean, those aren't that expensive, or sweet tarts, whatever.
Right.
So
You know what?
cheap
That
candy,
reminds
get rid of it.
It's funny. You complained about the same thing on episode 63 at the beginning of the month. You might not remember that, but you did.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. I did complain.
Yeah, he's talking about
that.
Smarties.
Anyway, my answer is actually bobbing for apples, just because it's always seemed really
weird
stupid.
tradition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You put your head in a vat of water with everybody else to get apples.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of which, did I tell y'all that my old neighborhood, because I'm still in their Facebook group, they were posting about their annual Halloween party, and that's one of the things that they said they were going to still have was bobbing for apples. I'm like, dude, that is straight up bobbing for COVID. Like, why would you like still have that? Like, there's something else you can do to take the place of that. You idiots.
That's like the consolation prize. Like everybody's gonna leave that event with something, and it's gonna be COVID or apples and COVID,
or just the flu or some other kind of virus. Good night.
Yeah.
Oh
My gosh.
That's terrible.
Dima Ryan.
I was gonna say fake candy to go along with what Joey said, but I would be remiss if I didn't say, if I was to say getting rid of the glitter masks like Ed did, my wife would gut me. Because my wife loves her some glitter. So yeah. I just wanted to throw that in there. So if I am gutted like a pig, next time you see me, it's because I told her, honey, let's get rid of all the glitter stuff in the house.
I like how you have specific forms of death that are going to happen because of specific things that happen.
Yeah.
If I die this way, this is what happened.
Yeah.
If I die this way, this is what happened.
Yeah. Hey, Final Destination, man.
Right, I guess so. Dima, you got anything?
I guess it would be taking things too seriously for Halloween. Just kind of like in general, like it's not really tradition, I guess, but like a lot of people take either costuming or something way too seriously, and some people kind of totally miss the point of all these holidays. Like some people like to, well, this is not how blah 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 is supposed to look. Like, I unfortunately met a couple people like that, who's trying to judge against themselves, versus somebody. So I wish people would just be like, hey, this is all about having fun, and this is what it's supposed to be. And a lot of people just take it as a challenge for some reason. I don't know why.
And I don't know why people think it's necessary to tell other people how to celebrate, whether it's holidays or birthdays or whatever. It's like, oh, you should be doing it this way. No, just let them do it whatever way they want and enjoy themselves.
That's how I enjoy it. Yeah.
Good
or
point.
like, people are like, oh, why are you not having fun? Well, maybe that's my version of having fun, just being by the wall and just looking at everybody, just watching people. Like, some people are like, why are you not part of this? So it's just kind of like, I guess it goes across all the holidays.
Right. But I mean, this one's,
let people do that thing. Yeah.
You're very specific. Your costume. Like somebody wanted to do this for their costume, let them do it. If they wanted to do this to celebrate, let them say, I think that really applies for this holiday for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
same with the cosplay and all that.
Right.
Everybody who's like, hey, this is my expression of me, and like, oh, they do wrong. Well, you don't know that. Maybe that is me. So
right. Why do you got to be the judge?
That's my answer. Yeah.
Good answer. 100% agree.
Just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy and how they want to enjoy it, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody,
or even affect you in any way, shape, or form. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, what you got, Nate?
I would just say get rid of candy corn completely.
Amen.
Specifically candy corn.
I support that.
Just candy corn. Just gone.
I almost said that. But have you tried? Like, I think I've suggested it last year.
The caramel candy corn, right?
With peanuts.
Oh,
we did. I did that.
We did that at a challenge. Yeah.
But you know what?
But you know what I like? I do normal flavored candy corn. Absolutely. This isn't there like Thanksgiving dinner candy corn? That just sounds like a horrible idea. But there is caramel apple candy corn, and that is an apple caramel candy corn. Like, as long as it's not like 7 years old, it's fresh. It's actually pretty good. I actually really like that stuff. So I think the Thanksgiving.
What's that? What would you eat? What would you guys eat that's 10 years old? What would you be like? You know what? I'm gonna eat that.
Well, you know what? I swear to God, every holiday specific candy is like candy corn or those hearts that people give out for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like for those to qualify, they have to be old. But you're right. I mean, I barely eat anything that's a week old, never less months or years old.
10 years old?
I always feel like
I think the only thing would be spam.
Because,
there you go with the spam again.
There you go, spam.
Well, I mean, it has a what were you saying, Clinton? It has a shelf life of like 1,000 years or something like that.
It was like I think it was you that told me it was 800 years or something longer than the human lifespan for sure. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of preservatives. There's a lot of salt in there, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that's the only thing I would eat that would be that old, because there's no expiration date on it.
So let me Google it.
Yeah,
ding the bell.
Sure.
We are.
Yeah.
Spam shelf life is 2 to 5 years.
How much?
2 to 5 years.
Oh,
that's a little off.
But it might. But I think.
Are you sure your math is right there, Nate?
Oh, yes. Math joke. But I'm sure. I'm sure that back when it was, because you talked about this on Nerds Portraits podcast when they did spam as a ration food back during World War II, and I bet you that stuff is done differently and probably does last longer than spam does these days.
True.
Pure maple syrup has no expiration date. Dried beans, sugar, soy sauce, salt, honey, white rice, powdered milk.
Yeah.
Ooh, powdered milk. Ooh,
that
baby in.
That sounds just delightful. It's like when water has an expiration date. You buy a bottle of water and you're like, it expires in 3 years. Okay.
Really? White rice doesn't have an expiration date.
That's what it says. I don't know if
I mean, that's our staple starch here in Hawaii, but we do eventually get bugs in them. So.
Well, but the rice itself is still good.
I guess that's the reason why I thought, no, we throw it out after a while.
You just get added protein. It's just added protein.
Yeah, that's right. The bugs just add protein.
Starch and protein.
So that was an interesting turn for that question.
Thanks, Ed.
Also, hard liquor.
There you go. Who needs to?
Well, that makes total sense.
Just drink.
Well, that's why beer came around, because the Puritans couldn't drink the water, so it makes total sense. Anyway,
let's
keep this train rolling.
What else we got going? Okay, we got a couple of really good questions from Manny. I know we generally don't like to double up on questions, but Manny's questions this week are like really, really good. They're
Manny's
so
always
good.
got good questions, though.
And that's the thing. Manny asks so many, it's hard not to do them. So let's do them.
You just gotta find the PG-13 ones.
Yeah, you gotta find the appropriate ones. He nailed it this week. Okay. So Manny's first question, he says, let's be real. How long would you last in a classic horror movie and a current horror movie? So if you were in a horror movie, you're being chased by a monster, or if like you're being possessed by ghosts and stuff, whatever it is, how long do you think you would last, realistically?
I think it depends on the type of horror movie, because I honestly think some people don't last as long just because they do stupid stuff that like a rational human being wouldn't do. It's like that commercial, I think it's for Geico or whatever, where the people keep making the wrong decisions. Let's go in that shack over there, and it's got like
why can't we get in the running car?
Yeah, it's
because they'll be expecting that or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I think it depends. I would say I would just like get out as far away as humanly possible. Like if I'm in a haunted house, it's like, okay, I'm walking to the nearest place where I can get an Uber, and I'm just out. Like I'm not staying in here. But I mean, if it's like something that's more like, oh, it's like gonna follow you wherever you go, then I don't know. I'd probably just give up eventually. I'm like, I just don't care. Just kill me. Just like
tired.
Take me now. I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready to go. Just whatever.
You know, it's funny. That was exactly my answer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a coward. I wouldn't stick around and try to fight anything. I wouldn't try to do anything. I would just run or get in the car or do whatever I could to get away. I'm thinking of, and we brought this up, I think, was it last week? That movie with John Cusack, the boys at the hotel, and they do that approach, and because of the situation, they do it. They like run, a whole mile, and then they end up in the exact same spot. So if that is the case, I'm just screwed.
Yeah, I just
basically.
that's it. I give
I'm
up.
like, well, all right, I tried. But yeah, I wouldn't try to sit there and try to defend anything. I'm luckily I'm not, too slow, so I can move pretty quickly, and I just run. That's basically what I would do. And I would avoid going in a house or going up or downstairs, or I'd avoid, try to stay, really think it through a little bit. I know we've talked about some of this other stuff previously, but anyway, that'd be my strategy as well. I don't know how long I'd last. I think it'd be kind of the thing. I'm tired or I'm just stuck, and well, that was fun. I tried. So let's go. If we're going for a 2-hour movie, I'm gonna give it an hour and 15 minutes. That's about the time
that you survive.
Little over half.
Yeah, I'd make halfway through it, then it'd probably be it. So anyway.
I think I would do pretty good in a slasher type film, because I would know. I'm very logical, right, in my approach to things. So I'd probably be thinking 5 steps ahead. Okay, if he's coming here, I'll go here. If he's gonna go there, I'll go here, kind of thing. So I would give myself maybe 3/4 of the film before I get either found or I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
No survival? You don't think your like logical explanations and
okay, well, we'll say at least 3/4 of the film, maybe survive.
Depending on the film,
the circumstances, and
depending
on the film.
Let's not lie. There's luck involved in this kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
There are. So that's why we can't just assume we're going to live, because sometimes they're like, you went upstairs, you lit the house on fire, and somehow you survived, but the guy who came equipped with a chainsaw and a gun didn't.
Yeah.
So
Because it's like if Ryan gets cornered, he just starts explaining to the killer why everybody else died and what they should have done differently, and he just gets so annoyed and aggravated he just leaves Ryan alone, and Ryan survives to the end.
And it depends it depends on who the slasher is. If it's Michael Myers, he walks slow.
Right.
So Jason, he walks slow. If it's Leatherface, he moves faster, and he's wielding a chainsaw, right? So again, the logical approach here, which nobody wants to hear because I'm being overly technical.
God. See, they're just
Manny,
with the killer.
You asked the question, so I blame you.
The killer just left. Ryan is now safe.
And I have survived the movie. Thank you.
Yeah.
The killer just turns the knife on himself.
Take me now!
I can't talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down. Take me now. That's a good title.
There you go.
How would you do that? Yeah.
I'll probably die during like the production logos coming up right there.
Preemptive death.
I have a bad habit of going to unknown people's houses when they invite me. So I will not.
Well, I don't know. You survived that horror film you were just describing, leaving the barn. So I mean, you have a little hope. Farmers. Yeah. Interesting. Right. Just get it done with. I get it. I mean, do you want to live in that world anyway, right?
Yeah, I think I mentioned the story in a podcast or something before, where a guy who heard voices invited me to his house, and I followed him like an idiot.
Oh, wow.
And he heard some. He built like this contraption out of his vacuum hose. Oh, wow. And it will permit out of woods, and he's like, if you listen to it, you're gonna hear voices, and it was like a very dark room. And I was like, what am I doing in this dude's house?
Right. Oh yeah. Well,
so
we need Reese here to debunk that. I feel like Reese would have an opinion about what was making the noise.
Reese would totally have an opinion about it, but the thing is, it's not about the hose actually making the noise. It's the dude coming up with the idea to get you down there. Yeah.
And I work him,
so I will never survive in a horror movie. I'll be the first during the production.
I get it. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll be the guy in the logo who gets decapitated.
Just read the intro. Don't do what this guy just did if you want to survive. Yeah.
Dima's blood will be the blood splatter on the logo.
Right, for the title. Yeah. That's awesome.
And Nate, what about you?
See, for me, I think it would be if it was a slasher movie. I would be dealing with like Joy. I just get tired after a certain amount of time, and I would just stop running. But if it was like something supernatural, like if it was like Poltergeist or like like one of those like a ghost story or something, I would just lay down on the floor and go to sleep and be like, if I die, I die. That's it. I'm not.
Ghosts are creepy. Ghosts.
Yeah. I would just completely freeze up and I just sit down and be like, nope. If you're gonna take me, just take me. We're done here. I'm not gonna try to fight this.
I'll say it again.
But if it's something I can see.
Take me now.
Yeah. If it's something I can fight and something I can see, I would definitely put up a fight. I don't know. I don't think I'd survive, but I would definitely put up a fight. What was funny was Ryan was talking about the over technical thing, and it was reminded me of Community. They did an episode, and it was Abed that was describing what he would do if he was in a cabin in the woods, and then there's an escaped mental patient with a hooked claw hand. He would stand in the middle of the room with a knife, and they would stand back to back, and they would stand with knives, and then they would listen to the radio broadcast on their fully charged portable radio and stuff, and wait till morning before calling the police. And it was brilliant. That was totally a Ryan answer, and then it just reminded me of that episode.
Totally, yes. I totally forgot about that. Good call.
Yeah.
God, I love Community. Anyway,
yeah. Manny, we'd love to hear your answer. I'm sure Clint's gonna hit you up with all these questions. What else do we got? We got another one from Manny that I really liked. His question is, it's kind of a scenario. So your spouse has bought one of those fancy porcelain dolls with those faces and like the real looking dolls, and she really, really loves it. She displays it in the living room, but the doll turns out to be possessed and only haunts you, but not your spouse. What do you do? P.S. Your spouse will not take it down or remove it. So you're stuck with this doll that your spouse has bought, and it haunts only you. What do you do?
No, that's going in the trash. Don't matter how much she likes it or not, that sucker's going in the trash. Then it's going in a bag. Then it's going in a dump somewhere, and then I'm going to light the whole dump on fire. Like, that's what's going to happen.
you know, I can't help but think of like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon on this. When this is something like they would do, they'd put it. You know, I think there's even a Family Guy episode where they do something like that, like get it in a briefcase, seal the briefcase, take it to the ocean, throw it in the ocean, light it on fire, and then he comes back and just be at the house. I mean, that's what I feel like
just come back and still be sitting there,
right? And because of that, I think I take the exact opposite approach. I would do my damnedest to ignore it, or try to do anything I could to just get it to leave me the hell alone, versus trying to, you know, be so aggressive towards it, because I just don't think it'll work.
What if you try to find some common interests with it? Like, oh, hey, do you like, you know, classical music, or do you like, you know, do you like watching Netflix? You know,
dude, I need a second player on this video game. You want to go play it? Come on, like, you know, I need another person on World of Warcraft over here. You want to try?
Hey,
it out?
have you ever seen Parks and Rec? Come on, let's give it a try. Ron Swanson's a great character. Let's sit down and watch this for a while.
You know, I mean, that's I just because I feel like that'd be, or I should say, have the chance of being a more effective approach than trying to get rid of it. Because again, that's by a supernatural being that can come back and not worry about breathing or anything. So that's my thought. But you know, demons like fire, so that's why I don't think we could throw it in the fire. But I don't know. I've never done the research, to be completely honest.
My follow-up question is there glitter on it?
Ooh.
Because if there's glitter, I mean, we've already talked about that like 10 minutes ago. I don't want to be gutted
You
like
can't get
pig,
rid of it.
so yeah, I can't get rid of it.
Can't get rid of it.
But that's an
I would
interesting
say
point
there's
that
no
you bring
glitter.
up about lighting it on fire and it coming back. Because isn't that like the whole thing within what is that movie, Sinister? He finds that whole big roll of tapes, the video clips, and he burns it, and then he goes over to the new house and it's up in the attic in the new house. So yeah.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
Not gonna work.
Can't kill it.
Always come back.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you do, Dima?
We want to hear this.
Yeah.
What if Hillary did that?
I mean, no, I would do exactly the same. I try to make friends with it because, like, you know,
Yeah.
you just kind of learn to live with it. You know, it's like some kind of weird disease that you have. You just live with
Weird
it.
disease.
Take it out for drinks, you know, dress it up
Right.
nicely. Maybe, you know, since, you know, if the wife gave you, maybe there's some, you know, action for, you know, third member, maybe it's child. I don't know. Don't try to destroy it. No.
Right.
Unless
I
you
think
just
you're right.
nuke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to nuke it.
I
All
could
of
be
a
wrong.
sudden, 28 days later, you guys are BFFs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a
There's
minute.
so
Wait a
many
minute.
tabletop
You want to
games.
you want to go to couples?
There's so
retreat?
many
No. We
games.
got to bring the child with us too. This isn't available.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's
We
so
gotta
many games that
babysitter.
require more than 2 players for, like, you know, tabletop games. So, you know, you do a little porcelain hand, a little card.
Honey, let's play categories. I'm in.
You want to play the median? Sure. Like, you know, here's the card.
I like where this is going.
I see why not.
Nate, you got an answer?
Yeah. I think, yeah, that is one of those things like that you have one shot to either try to get along with it, but if you try to hurt this thing, I feel like it's just it's over for you. Like it's gonna just torment you forever. So yeah, I would like to say that I would try to make friends with it, but I would definitely be more in the mindset of Joey, where I would set it on fire, put it in like concrete, throw it at the bottom of the ocean, bomb the ocean. Just try to get rid of it that way. Because that's what realistically I would I'd absolutely just fight it wherever it was. That's what I would do.
Have you guys seen BuzzFeed the Supernatural series?
I've watched a few of those, and then I just kind of got sidetracked and stopped watching them.
So why do you hate it?
No, I just got sidetracked and didn't
you hated it. Why do you hate it?
I did hate it. I'm sorry, Dima. I did hate it. And I hate you for bringing it up.
I'm sorry, George. No, but it's a good series. For anybody who likes any kind of spooky stuff, it's like one guy is a skeptic, another person is not. And they go into like haunted locations and one person tries to be like, oh, there's a ghost, and another person tries to justify it, like, no, it's just a door. So and they talk about the haunted, like the items, like a haunted doll and everything. So that's what reminded me of this question. So what would you do with a haunted doll?
There was one
BuzzFeed, just check it out.
Cool.
There was a story I read in a book long time ago about just like hauntings and things like that. And there was like a skull. I think it was like a crystal skull. And this family that moved into a house and they found it there. And it was like in a drawer in like kind of by the basement. And it was just kind of sitting there. And they were just like, nah, this thing is weird. We don't like it. They throw it away. Weird stuff starts happening. It appears back where they found it. They smash it, throw it away. More weird stuff happens. It appears again in the same spot. Again, people say it's true. We weren't there, but it's just one of those things that's just like, did it really happen? Probably not, but I ain't gonna test it. So they just like, I'm not gonna be the guy that buys the house and tests this skull. I'm just gonna listen to the story and be like, you know what? You're probably right. We're good here.
That's right. Yeah. Learn from it. Was that on Wikipedia?
It might have been.
Wikipedia.
Sorry, I was called back to an old episode. I had to do that.
It might have been. Oh, Manny. Good question, Manny. We got to take one more of Manny's questions because honestly, this is like the best one that he's asked this week.
Let's do it.
And his question is, you are Jason Voorhees and your co-streamers, co-podcasters are the campers at your lake. How would you lure them in and finish them off with a special kill for each one of them? And would any of them survive your terror?
Wow, Manny.
That's a good question.
Manny, you're going to have to answer this. I hope you understand that.
Manny's probably got an answer prepped.
He probably does.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have to make him answer this on game night with Weekend Manny when he shows up.
Yeah, we need some Weekend Manny.
Well, this past Friday was Chill Manny, not Weekend Manny, just to be clear.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, he's the one that named himself that. So
Right. I know.
That was funny.
By the way, we're talking about Dorksmen game night Friday nights at 7:00 Pacific time on twitch.tv/the_Dorksmen. Come join us. Joey, what you got?
I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't understand the scenario that was presented in the question.
Okay, so you are the killer. So you're Jason.
Okay.
The rest of us, me, Clint, Dima, Ryan, we're the campers. We're trying to survive you. How would you set up the camp to lure us in to kill us? Like, what would you do?
Ryan's the easiest one. I would just tell him that Robert Downey Jr. was there. He had a can of Spam with him and was wanting to eat Spam with him. So that's easy. That's done.
He's not even going to question it. Ryan, you're not even going to question it.
Ryan's the first one dead.
Yeah. Right.
Clint, I would tell that I had some really awesome hair products for him to try out. And that there was free draft beer.
But stop, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Clint's like, stop there. He had me.
He's dead. Nate, what I would do for Nate is I would tell him there was something like some kind of responsibility in another room, and he would immediately run away from that room into the room that I was in. Like, oh, Nate, there's like a package in there you got from somebody that you have to open and take pictures of and post on Instagram and tell people thank you. So he would just immediately go to the opposite room of where it is because he would avoid doing that at all costs. So he's dead. Dima, maybe like just like a really expensive camera. I would tell him there was a giveaway for one, and he would just be lured into my trap, and then I would have all of you dead, just instantly.
Dang.
I don't want to answer this question because I have this. No, I don't want you guys like, hey, come over, and they're like, I don't know. Kind of like,
I don't know about that.
hey, let's go hang out at Comic-Con. Whoa, dude, I don't know. Well, Dima would be the easiest because I'd say, hey, Dima, come over. And that'd be all I would have to take. Cause,
let's go.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy, so he'd be easy.
Yeah, let's go.
The rest of you, so Joey, I have to somehow trick you and being all, hey, let's go crawl through this little itty bitty hold so you can't have the height advantage on me. You have to, crawl through there so I can get you lower than me so I can have the height advantage or the high ground. Nate, what'd I do for Nate? Nate, I'd be all banners in this room. Come see him. He's doing something really cute. And Ryan. I'm trying to think of the non-obvious here for you. So, and Joey took all the good ones, I guess, but that's okay.
Look, OG Spastics.
That would work. Or you know what I'd say? Check out my new gaming PC. Come check this out.
Yeah. Although it'd be more streaming PC with me than gaming.
Well, same thing.
Yeah.
See, that's how good I am.
Not quite the same thing. No.
Ryan's like, oh, it's streaming, never gaming. Never mind. I don't want.
Well, I'm not a PC gamer. That's why. And it's not to poke fun at anybody that PC games. I'm a console-based gamer, so that's why I'm
fair enough.
you.
But anyway,
I'm the technical one, right? That's why I'm correcting you.
Oh, there you go. But anyway,
just tell Ryan that his wife said to come in the room now, or he was in trouble, and then he'd immediately show up.
He'd be just there in a second.
Right. All right, Ryan. Oh, by the way, I think you'd all survive because I don't think I could take any of you anyway, but I try.
I don't know about setting specific things. I'd probably be like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone and just set elaborate traps for all of you guys. And maybe for Clint, we'll leave out some beer and lure you with that. Joey, you're a sports guy, so maybe I'll put like a basketball or a football out or something as a lure for you. Nate, I think I'd leave a bottle of vodka for you. Dima, maybe a seagull eating a hot dog or a bat or something.
Whoa!
Little fun cast there.
Right now, let's go.
Yeah. Actually, the seagull should be regurgitating the hot dog. That's what it was.
Yes,
you're right.
Yeah.
Best GIF ever.
Yes, the best GIF ever.
So good.
So good.
Such a good GIF.
It's a good GIF.
I want peanut butter now.
How about you, Nate? What do you think? Oh wait, no, I skipped Dima. I'm sorry, Dima.
Yeah, let's skip Dima.
I cannot even think about harming somebody. I have a really hard time killing a bug. It's kind of obnoxious. Sometimes it's just spider. Killing them. No, I put it outside. So like my kids, I can't even do that.
There you go.
But I think the way I could lure you guys all in one room is just gonna say, "Hey, there's a golden hopper in that room."
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there it is. There it is. And we would kill each other.
Exactly.
We kill each other for it. So you don't even have to. You don't even have to kill us. We'd kill each other for it.
Yeah.
So one of us comes out. And go, where is it?
Where is it?
Oh, that's genius. That's absolutely genius.
Yeah.
Damn you for knowing us as well as you do.
Yeah.
Also knowing that none of us got one at Fun Days last year.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's okay.
Still happy to be there. Anyway, Nate, your turn.
I think for me, obviously Dima I would just be like, hey, here's this giant bloody pig. Come pick it up.
Let's go.
No alarm.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice
and easy. Yeah, he'd be like, what else you got in here? Ryan, I would lay out a very logical scavenger hunt plan for him, just so he thinks he's winning, and then it would just like the end would be like a little like an X marks the spot in the room, and he'll just be like, oh, I completed this task, and then that's he'd be right there in the spot. Joey, I would be like, hey, I got a sneaker bot that you can have. Guarantee you all the latest drops on the sneakers app. He'd be there in a second. He wouldn't even think twice.
In a second, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
That's great.
Clint, it would just be we got Nintendo and beer. That's all we've got.
There's
Nice
the
and
beer again.
Easy.
Can I say I'm disappointed nobody said we just to keep the joke going?
Uh,
Uh,
I'm a little
Sorry.
disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we think you're more of an alcoholic than a drug addict.
Yeah,
at
than
this
a
point.
drug addict.
But you're right. You're not wrong. I'm just saying that because it didn't come up. Let's be clear on that. Yeah, I'm just surprised. Anyway, because cocaine's a hell of a drug. Just
It
wanted to
is.
throw that in there. Anyway, awesome, Manny. Thank you for those
Amazing.
questions and all your questions. You asked so
That was
many
a
good
good
ones.
question.
Yeah, it's
Dima,
really, really good
remind
questions.
me. I'll share some we haven't answered yet. There's some that are not PC that we're not sure how to answer, to be honest, from Manny. But that doesn't mean we don't appreciate it. They're not part of our queue, so I'll share them with you. But anyway,
I love it.
let's keep it going, Nate.
All right. What else we got here? We got a question from Austin, our good friend Austin. Austin _heel. If you could pick 2 horror movies stars to face off in a Freddy vs. Jason-ish movie, who would you choose and why? For him, he'd choose Sam from Trick or Treat versus Chucky.
Now, what's funny is we kind of talked about this before. Didn't we do it last week? There was a Predator versus Alien versus Ash discussion. Yeah, so I'm just saying we've kind of mentioned this before. Not that that's my answer, but I got to think about this for a minute. Joey, do you have one yet?
Yeah, I don't think I need to change my answer from last week that got brought up. I'd want to see Chucky versus the Leprechaun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes, that's right. We have done this. I forgot what mine was. You know what I would want to see? I would actually like to see some of the Stranger Things monsters go head to head. See how like I don't know how that would go. See the Demo Dogs versus the Demogorgon versus Steve or whatever he was. I don't even, or whatever's coming up. Just to see the Upside Down compete against itself would be interesting.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Cool.
I'm going to stick with what I said before. I think it was last week that I mentioned this, but I'd like to see Michael Myers go against Jason Voorhees.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
That's a good one.
Because same methodical approach. So I'd like to see
I want to see him have a machete fight. Ching, 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 ching.
Or
do you got?
have Michael Myers use a machete because he doesn't typically use one. It's always a kitchen knife.
That's how good I am at this.
I'm gonna go off of something Ryan said earlier, and I'm gonna go with a different answer, just so I don't give the same answer twice in a week. But I would like to see Jigsaw versus Kevin from Home Alone go off in a competition of who can get each other with their traps.
I like that.
That's
I like
really
it.
good.
So,
That was a good one.
versus like a brute strength or even a head-to-head kind of thing, it's a trap thing. I like it too.
A
Yes.
trap battle.
Yeah.
I like that.
How about you, Dima? What you got? This is gonna be good, I bet.
No, I'm pretty low key when it comes to it because I like the monsters. Pumpkinhead, I feel like doesn't get enough spotlight. So Pumpkinhead versus probably one of the guys from Descent, like one of those creatures.
Oh,
From Descent.
yeah.
I would like to see them. Both have long limbs. Both have some vision problems. I think Pumpkinhead's kind of a vision problem, but I would like to see some action. I want to see some thin rib cages to slaughter against one another. Try to break the bones.
See, I knew it'd be good. Nice job.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good one. I like that.
What you got,
I
Nate?
want to see some of that.
I would say I would like to see Freddy Krueger versus Scary Terry.
Bitch.
Just yeah. Just to see how that would go. That would make for good entertainment, if anything. Like even if it wasn't a good battle, it'd just make for good entertainment.
Well, you want
go.
to see him like go head to head on something with like play like checkers or something with their
yeah.
hands.
Like they'd be
something
like,
that doesn't actually involve the slashing, just normal day,
Right.
make breakfast kind
Yeah.
of thing.
cook me eggs with your with your claw hands. But no, I think like another answer would be like I would love to see just different zombies and seeing like how the different zombies would interact. Like the zombies from 28 Days Later obviously are quite superior, but seeing how they would stand up against like some of the monsters from like Resident Evil would be kind of cool. So you get like some epic Lord of the Rings style zombie battles to come out of that. I think that'd be pretty awesome to see. It would just be like 2 hours of zombies fighting. And I think I'd absolutely watch that.
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Good call. Good question, Austin.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Austin. Let's see, what else do we got here? Ooh, we got a good one from Mark. Hey M Rosario, or as we like to call him, Hey Mr. Osario.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick before you do that, shout out to him and the Average Nerds for doing their photo a day contest. They know they're doing that now. Make sure you follow them on Twitter and Instagram to see where that is. Please go on.
Do it.
Nice.
His question is, have you experienced any real paranormal activities or really good pranks your friends and family have pulled on you to make you think that you're being haunted?
I can't remember. Did I tell the story of my haunted apartment before on the podcast?
You have.
Yeah,
I think you
that
mentioned
sounds familiar,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So I'll tell that again real quick, and then I'll tell how I pranked somebody pretty good one time. So right after college, like right after I graduated, I moved to this. It was really weird. I really think it started off as just a very large house, like an old colonial style house that they then converted into apartments. But the apartments were, it wasn't an assisted living place, but the majority of the people that lived there were either middle-aged or very elderly. Like I was definitely the youngest one there. So I'm thinking there was probably people that died in my apartment. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't, but that's the story I'm going with. And so there was just some weird things that happened. Some of them could be explained. Like there was a door that kept locking itself. It could have been that, when the door was opened, it kept pressing the thing. And then there was a light bulb that, would randomly go on and off. So that could have been a wiring thing. But one day I passed by my television in the living room, and we had one of those old like 5.1 surround sounds with like the, all the different speakers. And it had a center speaker that sat on a shelf on top of the TV. And one day I passed by it, and I'm not exaggerating when I say the speaker flew off of the shelf to the point where the wire, but it was the old school type that you had to connect in, the wire caught it, and then it just kind of flung down from there. It's not like it just kind of gingerly fell off the shelf. It like projectile shot like somebody hit with a baseball bat. It just kind of flung off there. So I still say my apartment was haunted. And then I don't ever remember being pranked, but I did prank one of my roommates pretty good. He had just gotten a dog, and it was an outside dog. And so we built like one of those just very simple kennels for outside. And it came in like a really huge box, like long enough to where I could fit in it. So you can probably see where the story's going. So
20 feet long.
Yeah, it was 20 feet long. So it was laying in his bedroom. And so a friend of mine was on the computer in his room playing a video game or something. And so like I was like, and he wasn't in there, the roommate wasn't in there. It's like, look, I'm gonna hide in the box, and I'm just gonna it was one of those boxes where like the top slid on top, kind of like a shoebox type thing. So I was like, look, I'm gonna hide in the box, and I'm just gonna kind of put the lid on, but not really very tight, and then just call him in here and see what happens. And so I got in the box, and he was like, hey, come in here real quick. Come see what I just did on the game or whatever, because he was playing a game on the computer. And when he came in, I like got the best kick and punch ever on the box lid, and it like flew up in the air. And I just like, I don't know, did something that I could probably never do before and could never do after, like some kind of gymnastics move where I just like launched myself to my feet from laying down in the box. And I swear, I think he wet himself after I did it to him. It's probably the best prank I've ever pulled in my entire life.
That's a good one. That's hard to follow, man. So I actually meant to bring this up, and I know I brought it up on Geek Together. I don't think I've talked about it on here, and I meant to bring it up during the Reese episode, just to talk about. Not that I necessarily believe it. When I was younger, and like maybe 10 years old, I swear I saw two ghosts multiple times in my parents' house. In fact, I still claim my parents' house is haunted, even though I don't necessarily believe in ghosts. But so what happened, and their origin story is very similar because they both have the same name. They're both named Chuck. One was a contractor who was set to start building my parents' house and killed himself right before groundbreaking. Oh. The other one killed himself right after. So, and they were both both having to be named Chuck. So, I swear, I went into my
very dark.
What's that?
Very dark.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm like convinced because, you know, they did that. They're stuck in limbo,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, there's been multiple instances. And again, I'm not saying I believe this, where I swear I saw them when I'm half awake, you know, like it's 2 a.m. walking around my parents' house in the dark, even when I was 10. Or, you know, there's like pictures that come out and there's some weird image on it or whatever. I swear, you know, swore that those were the case. But they've never done anything wrong. They've never like messed with anything. They've at least nothing to the extreme that be haunted or scary. They might have like moved something as a joke or something if they were real. But anyway, that's my haunting story. I claim my parents' house is haunted, and I have people that actually believe it is. Yeah, so I'm hoping they use that when they sell it, or if I have to sell it someday. This is a haunted house. You should buy it.
Just make sure to put a creepy doll in the attic too.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely play that up, you know. And then we'll make up some stories like, hey, there's a hamster that died here, and he was actually evil hamster. I don't know. I'll make that up later.
That doesn't
Ryan,
sound that scary. I'm
That's why I
sorry.
stopped.
I kind of lost track of what the question was now after all of that. What was the question?
What was the question again?
The question. Like the base question.
Have you ever had the paranormal?
Oh, that's right. If anything,
Yeah.
Not paranormal in specific. I mean, where I live now in Hawaii, my grandfather built the house in the front. My uncle lives in front of me, and we live right across the street from a memorial park. And so I have a lot of friends that are kind of superstitious, and they believe in that stuff probably more than I do. They're like, don't you get kind of creeped out that you live across the street from the memorial park? And no, but I have had times in my younger days, like in like my high school years when my grandparents were still alive, that I did get the sense that either something was like looking at me or watching me, or just, you know, getting that uneasy feeling that you can't really explain too much of. Though I don't get it anymore. And I guess I attribute that to the fact that my grandparents are buried across the street from me. So if there is something bothering me, they probably protect me from it. I do, however, remember a time when I was like 9 or 10 that I swear I saw a UFO. I know that doesn't really tie into this kind of stuff, but you know, in the unexplainable stuff, that's the only thing I can really recall that I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something flying above me that I can't explain what the hell it is.
Just kind of like capture UFO aliens.
Yeah, and you know, I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I'm just like,
that's great.
I'm scared. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
And of course, you didn't have a camera.
Yeah, I mean,
of course
who
not.
had a camera at that point in their pocket, right?
Right.
It's one of the old 110 cameras. I don't know if anybody remembers those.
This was 28 years ago.
Polaroid. You got a Polaroid camera just carrying.
Yeah, it's not that, you know, I'm not a big ghost believer. Like, I don't really believe in ghosts, but I do enjoy thinking of like unknown what that is, where you don't know what that is, and you're like, okay, well, what is it? Like, let my brain come up with the rest of the story, you know. And I mean, when I was like in my early 20s, I was a security guard, and one of the areas I was asked to kind of be a security guard of was Leukemia Research Center. So there's a lot of medical equipment in there, a lot of like nitrogen tanks, fuel tanks, so to cool things off. So sometimes it would give off like this kind of like sound in the middle of the night. And it'd be like 2 a.m. Like I'd be the only one in the warehouse walking around, and I just hear like this somewhere like distantly, you know, far away in a warehouse somewhere. And there'll be in a research lab, there'll be like this bodies, they just hang, like look like real people hanging, and it's all dark in there. So you just see like this, you hear like the sound somewhere, and you look there and you see like this humanoid figure just like standing in the dark corner. You're like, holy crap, what is this? And I would do my rounds, and I would walk by like this door a lot of times, and like I had to do like maybe, I don't know, 20 30 rounds around the perimeter. And one time I saw like there was a hole in the ceiling, so somehow this hole got opened. I don't know, no idea who did it, but the elevators are going up and down constantly. So I mean, it's obviously it's all technical things that happen where you're like, oh, that happened, but your imagination goes crazy immediately. It's like, oh, I see a figure there, that's something there. I hear a sound, there was something there. And it gets you to the point where, I mean, I was very, I don't want to say terrified, but I was very unsettled by all of this. Like I'm sure my blood pressure was to the roof at that point. I was like, holy crap, what is happening? My body was like, there's something going on here. But my brain was like, no, calm down. This is like just 3 a.m., you middle of the town, everybody's sleeping. There's some weird medical research going on and don't worry about it. Just look around, see security card. Nothing's gonna happen. So it's just a feeling of unease. I think that's where a lot of people who like this horror stuff enjoy, kind of like this adrenaline run. Is like, I know that nothing really happening, but what if?
Right. Yeah. Oh, totally.
So,
yeah.
No.
Did you last more than one day at that job? Because I would not have lasted.
No,
yeah, me neither.
No, I didn't do. I just did one night. The funny thing, like, I asked other security guards who stayed there, because this was kind of like one of the accounts that kind of was like not permanent one, was temporary. And nobody stayed there for more than 2 nights. Everybody like, this is creepy here.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just weird. It's like when you're walking like 3 a.m. taking like this weird security readings for like, make sure that the specimens are like below a certain temperature. You hear like this weird sounds everywhere. You're like, I am out of here. It's creepy. This is like some good like 80s horror movie where it's like the science experiment gone wrong. Like all of a sudden like, a person with 3 arms come out and go from RoboCop. Like, you're like, what? I can put my flashlight at you. That's about it.
I'd be like, get me the hell.
Throw your flashlight at him.
That's my stuff.
That'd be as much as you could do.
Right.
But that's my kind of like paranormal experience with that. Not really, but.
What you got, Nate?
Nothing really. Like, honestly, I don't recall any situation like that for myself. Like, I've heard lots of stories from friends and whatnot. I do believe in the paranormal. I do believe that, things like that can happen, but I've never experienced anything myself that I could say definitively that was like, something that I couldn't explain. So thankful for that, because I think I would actually just piss myself if something like that did happen.
You'll be terrified.
Yeah, it would be, and it would stick with me for a long time, and it wouldn't be good.
What would you not want to encounter? Like, would you want to encounter a ghost, a demon, or some kind of like a zombie thing? Like, what would be like this is nope?
I think it would have to be like, I think a ghost would be like number one, like, because it's like, again, one of those things that I can't physically like fight. Like, if it's a zombie, yeah, okay, I can fight it. But maybe a demon, I could fight a demon even. But if it's a ghost,
choose your words wisely here, Nate.
Wow. I'm a demon. What are you gonna do?
Apparently he's gonna fight you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll fight you. I'll fight you.
Ooh. Next challenge, the Dorksmen, right there. And
oh boy,
fight the demons.
Ooh.
All right, I think we could do one more.
Yeah, let's do one more. We got a question from Alex, our good friend Alex. Shout out to Alex from Secondary Heroes.
Yes.
His question is: money and creativity are not an issue. What costume would you make yourself for Halloween? And you cannot pick Iron Man, Ryan.
I know. I saw his comment about that.
Well, I mean, we want you to think about it. That's all. Not go to your default.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Terminator 2. So I would love to be able to go as the Terminator, but with just the skeleton. Like somehow be able to pull that off, or even if it was just half and half, like half Arnold, half Cyborg. Yeah. I think that would be awesome to be able to pull that off.
So I went the complete opposite direction, and instead of being something cool, I just wanted to be something big. I said Voltron. Maybe not like life size specifically, but more like the Hulkbuster style, in the sense that it's this little head and this big giant costume would be fun. So Voltron's my answer.
So if I can't say Iron Man, I'm assuming I can't say just Iron Man and be RDJ, right?
Right.
No,
you can do that. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But I have been trying to learn for years about how to properly shape the beard, and it's not as easy as it seems. Because here's the overly technical explanation, guys. It's a combination of 2 different beards. I've done research on this, by the way.
Apparently,
Jesus. Yeah, it's a combination. So I can always do the left side properly. It's the right side for whatever reason. I always have a hard time with. I'm gonna stick with Marvel, and I think if money was no object and time wasn't a thing, I'd say Beast. Because it's a very difficult thing to pull off.
You're talking Beast like from the X-Men, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
I did not see
That'd
you
be cool.
going that way, but that would be a very cool
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I was thinking he was
going
going to say Black Widow or something, and I was like,
I thought he was going to say War Machine.
I was gonna give that smart ass response, but I figured you guys would rebut on it, so I stayed away from it.
No,
Still
that's
should
cool.
have done it. Still could have laughed about
Yeah.
it. But either way, all right, that's
that's
cool.
cool.
Good answer. This could be good. Dima, what you got?
I'd go as a hyper realistic Ryan dressed up as Winston. Like uncannily hyper realistic. There's nothing weirder like being like 99.9% to look like a human, but like the 0.1% is missing. And like you don't know what that is, because that is always the creepiest part for me when I watch something. We're like, oh, it's not quite right, but you get the basic idea of how to be a human. So maybe that's a custom, right?
All right.
So Ryan, that's cool.
There you go. And Nate, what about you?
I would have to say the Lich King from the Warcraft series. I think that's just with the sword and the armor and everything. I think that is that would absolutely be my costume if I could. No time, no money, all the resources to build. That would be one of the more fun things I think I would do.
Very cool.
Love it.
Very good question, Alex. Oh, by the way, Alex, you have to answer that too.
Yes, Alex, you will answer it because
And
tweeted at
you cannot answer from anything from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
If you're not allowing me
No
to do
DeLoreans.
Iron Man, then yes, I think that's a fair response, Clint. Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
There we go.
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
Yeah. But
Cool.
I do like the question. Before we move on here, one thing, Manny has answered the question about looking or who would survive and how. He's on like 6 tweets answering the question now, so it's very in depth. So if you're interested in his answer, listening to this, please go look. I made sure he included Dima in the response as well, so he's answering it. And like I said, he's 6 tweets in. And I don't think he's done. I haven't read them all, but I think that he gave it more thought than we did, as expected. Anyway,
We love you, Manny.
That's right.
Manny, you're the best. Thank you.
Well, with that said, what time is it?
It's game time.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Owen Wilson's here now. Awesome.
Nice.
Do it up,
This
sir.
week's game is called Bats the Way. Dima likes it. So this week's game is all about bats because.
Oh yeah.
So
Let's feel ourselves.
you'll choose a number 1 through 20. Everyone gets to go 5 times. You'll be given a bat-related trivia question. Answer correctly, and you earn 10 points. No loss of points for being wrong. There's no stealing from others if they don't know the correct answer. And there are 5 traps sprinkled into the 20 numbers. So some of them are good traps. Some of them are bad traps. So Dima, you will, since you're our guest, kick us off. So choose a number 1 through 20.
I don't know the rules, man. Number 66.
So he wants 6 and he wants it twice.
6 and 12.
How about this? I'm gonna go with like number 7.
Oh,
Hey.
Podcast number. Very
Podcast
good.
number.
number 7 is one of the traps. And it's
What?
the trap to switch
You're
points.
a trap. Dude, this is my first time. It's my first time. Man, number 9. You know what? No. I speak very limited English.
See, he was being a bat and hanging out
Okay,
upside down when he read it and thought it was a 6. He meant 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those situations.
So unfortunately, it's the switch points trap, so nothing happens. Everybody still has 0 points, aka Ryan.
You're
Ryan
trapped
point.
now.
So
right.
moving on to Ryan.
Let's do number 1.
Number 1. Okay. The Kitty's hog-nosed bat, which weighs less than a penny, shares its nickname with this Autobot.
Wow.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
With
He
this
is my favorite
Autobot.
Autobot.
He is my favorite Autobot, yes.
Any guesses, Ryan? You just want to name an Autobot?
Sure, Bumblebee.
That is correct. Very
Nice.
good, sir.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Well,
Very
at least
good,
I won't have
Ryan.
Ryan points this week.
You won.
So far, you still have traps, buddy.
Thanks, Clint.
Right. Ooh. Okay. Speaking of Clint, it's your turn.
I'll go with what else? What number do I want to go with? I want to go with. I'll go with number 9.
Okay. Number 9's a multiple choice question.
Ooh.
The Mexican free-tailed bat can reach speeds of over blank miles per hour.
Oh,
Is
geez.
it 50,
Max speed, easily.
50, 75, 100, or 125?
You got this, man. You got this.
I'm gonna say C. 100.
That is correct. Very good.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. Very
Nate.
nice.
Your turn, brother.
Let's go with number 12.
Number 12. What is the name of a bat's number 2?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
There's even a band with this name. I remember the song.
I know.
distinctly.
It's just on the tip of my tongue. I know this.
Open your eyes. Open your mind. I
stop
think
it,
it's how the
Clint.
song
Don't give him
goes.
hints.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
man.
Oh, why can't? Oh my god.
You got this. We talked about this yesterday.
I think you ate some this week, if I remember right.
Oh
you
my
tattooed
god.
this on my neck. Come on.
I really can't remember right now. I know this though, but I off the top of my head,
Dima,
I
tell
can't
him what
remember.
it is.
I have no idea, man. I do not know.
Guano.
Guano.
Oh yes.
She got
Guano.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Dima.
Oh, that's
Back-
right.
Yeah. Back to your turn, brother.
And the band is the Guano Apes, by the way.
Go number 13, please.
Ah, the good.
Lucky 13. Okay. You have picked a denied card, which means the next time somebody gets an answer right, you get to deny them their points. So you get to keep that in your back pocket.
So you can use that whenever. You don't have to use it the next round, Dima. If you want
Yeah, you can use it whenever.
Can I take a point?
No, you can't take their points. You're just taking
Why not?
away them
Okay.
getting their points. So
I got this very nice watch. I could give you.
somehow Dima's is 2 for 2 with picking traps. He's
Yeah.
like Robbie when Robbie was on that one time.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
but
right.
Robbie
Where's
picked all the
Robbie?
wrong ones.
Yeah, he picked all the wrong ones.
Even
All right,
picked-
Ryan,
Good
your
one,
turn.
James.
Okay, and I'm trying to keep track. I'm sorry. We had 1, 7, 13 chosen. What were the other two?
9 and 12.
9
9
and
and
12.
12.
Okay. 9 and 12. I will go to the other end since I started with 1. Let's do number 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
Full strategy, Cotton. See if it works for him.
I know.
This type of bat may bite another animal and then lick its blood.
Vampire.
Ah, yes.
Vampire bat is correct.
They do that to the cows, right?
Yes. Actually,
You know-
that's what I have written down as cow, and I don't know why I changed it to animal.
So I knew that.
You have a weird knowledge of bats already, Ryan. I'm a little nervous.
I studied
Are
up
you
because
and
I
Dima
knew Dima
brothers?
was coming on. I studied up.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Studied up, yeah. Smart.
Fair enough. You know what? I'll go with number 4.
Number 4. California leaf-nosed bats live in the caves of this national park that shares its name with a U2 album.
Oh, it must be Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree is correct.
Hey,
Very
shout out to
good.
JD. He lives in Joshua Tree, right?
He does.
I think so.
He does.
He did or moved back or something.
Yeah, something happened.
Oh,
All right, Nate.
shout out to JD.
Let's go with number 2.
Number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Bats are the only mammal that can what?
I have guesses, but I don't know for no. Actually, my guess is wrong, so I don't know.
Bats are the... I'm trying to think what can bats do that.
I have an
Is it
idea.
fly?
It
No.
is fly. Very good.
I guess because no birds aren't mammals, obviously.
Birds
Oh,
are,
yeah.
They can hear real good. I'm like, we're mammals. We can hear real good.
I was thinking sonar at first, but then dolphins. Sonar.
But
That was a good call. Good, well done, Nate.
All right, Dima, back to you, sir.
I'm still at that point, by the way. Who answered it? Was it
Nate? Oh, Nate!
Nate, sorry, man, I gotta take the point. That was a hard point.
Now,
I love it.
All right, awesome. Dima, you get to choose now.
Hey, by the way, Nate, the karma is I think you had the deny card last week. It didn't use it.
I did. Yeah, that's true. No good deed. No good deed.
Dima, choose a number.
Dima, your turn.
I'm choosing 11.
11. Okay. Baby bats share their name with this Canadian rock band.
Rush? I don't know.
I mean, the other bare naked ladies. I mean,
yeah. I don't know.
Baby bats are called pups, and there's a band from Canada called Pup.
Hey, Nate, is that true, or do we need to go ask Ryan Gosling?
You should ask Ryan Gosling.
Just don't ask Carl Weathers.
Don't ask Carl Weathers. Yes, just
Ryan, it's your turn.
Okay, let's do number 5.
Number 5. A group of bats is called a blank, just like the original 13 states of the Union.
It's not a school of bats, is it?
No.
Oh.
Don't say it. I can hear the wheels cranking, Ryan.
I know. I feel
Not that I know the
right
answer.
now.
I know what it is. I take that back. No, I don't. I take that back. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I'm second guessing myself now.
Yeah.
Like the original 13 states.
That would be a good point to steal. See, all hard work goes into thinking that, and if you get it right, I could steal it very easily.
Right.
Oh, but you can't steal. You already stole it.
Yeah, you already stole it.
I'm gonna steal whatever I want.
By the way, look on Dima's face as he said that was priceless. I love it.
It was.
I'll do what I want. Whatever.
All right. I won't.
I don't know.
Just guess.
A Confederate.
No.
Is it a colony?
It's a colony. Is correct. Yes.
I thought it was a union or colony, one of those. And
Yeah.
You got it.
Should have just said murder just to make it fun. Anyway.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Clint.
I'm trying to find like holes here. I'll go number 16, please.
Number 16. Tiny woolly bats of West Africa live in the what of spiders?
There's something that lives in spiders?
Lives in the what of spiders? That's a great question. I'm going to go webs.
Webs is correct.
Awesome.
Clint has now taken the lead. Nate.
Let's go with number 8.
Number 8. Bats use this method to navigate.
Sonar.
I was going to say, my dumbass gave that away.
I need you to be more scientific.
Ooh, I know what this is then.
Oh,
ASMR.
Like,
Let me steal the point, Alex.
Can I give a hint?
No,
Sadly.
you're competing.
Why not? Why not?
I understand you're the nicest person on the planet, but come on now.
He also stole Nate's point from last round, so
he did.
You know.
Yeah, I'm like a good villain. He's like, hey, you know, take your money, but here's a bus pass.
I'm gonna give it to you because sonar is basically the same thing. It's echolocation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I'm gonna give it to you.
All
right,
good.
Dima, round 4.
Let's go, baby. I'm gonna go with number 8.
Eight's been
Eight's
also
taken.
known as the bowels. Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah.
How about 10?
10 has not been taken. Dima has found another trap.
Rigged.
This one, you have to
Rigged.
choose somebody else to give 20 points to.
Oh, come on, give it to me.
I think you should give it to Nate.
Yeah, you should give it back to me for stealing them earlier.
Nate, how many points do you have?
I have 10 points right now.
Can I take those 10 points and give it to Ryan?
You just have to give somebody 20 points.
I want to give. I want to transfer.
Good to exchange.
Oh gosh! All right, Nate. You know what? It was fun. Your points are nice, but they belong to you, and I'm giving them back.
Aw.
Oh, there you go. Nate gets 20 points, and now he's up to 30.
And Dima, I'm sorry you keep hitting the traps, man.
I know, man.
It's okay.
All right, Ryan, you're up.
Thirst trap.
I'll do.
I like how you just-
18 hasn't been taken, right?
Nope. Correct.
18's open. Yeah.
18 is another multiple choice. Some species of bats are known to eat upwards of how many bugs an hour? Is it 60, 600, 6,000, or 60,000?
60,000?
Whatever the option for B was.
600?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 6,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of
Dang.
bugs. Gee.
Really? Yeah, maybe you got to think with like those itty bitty kind of gnats
Yeah,
or
like
anything
fruit
like that. Fly
flies
around,
and
just open
gnats.
their mouth and
yeah.
just fly in there. I'm guessing. I am no biologist by any stretch of the imagination.
Speaking of bugs, do you guys know how many bugs you guys have on your eyelids? Have you seen those?
Yes,
That I have not.
They're really
Eyelid bugs.
creepy looking, too.
Oh. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna have
nasty.
to
If you guys
Google
want to see
this
some more
later.
Stuff,
Yeah,
Google it,
Google it.
like the
Google it.
Clint,
eyelids bugs. It's
I'm gonna go
Yes.
number 3, please.
number 3. Oh, that's another trap. That one's lose 20 points.
Oh!
So you are now down to 10 points.
Better than negative 8 points.
Yep. There's still a wager
Yep.
trap left. That's the one that's left, is you get to
Ooh.
wager your points, but you got to have some points to wager.
Right.
Nate.
All right.
6.
Number 6. The oldest bat ever recorded was 41 years old and was from this Russian province, which averages negative 25 degrees Celsius in January.
Don't say anything, Dima.
Oh, I am from
Right.
I'm terrible at geography like Clint is.
Hey. It's Russia. It's not that. It's not like you're guessing where on the globe it is. Come on now.
That's true. That's true. Negative 20 in January.
Negative 25 Celsius.
Negative
in January.
25.
That's like 9 more degrees in Fahrenheit.
So I'm just gonna take a guess because it's the only place that I really know off the top of my head that's really cold in Russia. Siberia.
Siberia is correct. Very
Well
good.
done.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say Sochi because of the Winter Olympics.
Oh, that would have been. That would have been
Sochi
good.
is very, very warm. It's like a Russian Florida.
I believe it.
So,
That's why
So,
yeah.
it's super warm.
Heading into the final round, Dima has 10 points, Ryan has 20, Clint has 10, and Nate has 40 and is in the lead.
Dang, Nate.
Dima,
Thanks to Dima. That's why.
pick your last number, sir. You can choose from numbers 14, 15, 17, and 19.
I'll go with 18.
18
19?
has been chosen. You mean 19?
19 or 17 are both available.
I mean 18. I already know the answer to 18, so I'm gonna go with 18.
You know what, Joey? Just
You
for fun,
didn't
you
say-
can give him 18 again just to see if he answers it.
You see if I remember it? I'll go with 19.
19. Bats are mainly active at night, meaning they are what?
Banging. Doing it. They make more bad babies.
I mean, that's right. He's not wrong.
You know what, Dima? I'm going to go ahead and give you the points for that one. The correct answer was nocturnal, but I'm going to go with your excellent answers.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, put the science
Again,
aside,
you're
you know,
not
that's what it's
wrong.
for.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not a wrong answer at all.
Rough Ryan. Your choice,
how do
Ryan.
you follow that?
I don't know.
15.
15. Bats help pollinate this tequila-producing plant.
Agave.
Oh,
Agave is correct.
Nice. I think I knew that, but
wow.
nice.
Clint,
So I have 17 and 14. I'll go 14.
14. That is the wager. I'm assuming you're going to wager all 10 points you have, although it's not going to help at this point, but I'm just going to make that decision for you.
Okay.
The name of the world's largest bat shares its name with another fellow animal and this TV station.
TV station.
Batman.
Wow. Batman.
I am Batman.
It's a dude. Wayne Enterprises. No. It's a TV station. I'm gonna hit myself when I don't know this, but
By the way, Bad Boy is still creepy. The whole like how Bad Boy looks, it's just creepy as hell. I just want to say that.
But shout out to Bat Boy because of course our friend Tanner made that, which is cool, which is a neat idea. Damn it. I'm thinking TV station. That's really throwing me off. Blue Whale Entertainment.
say
I
it?
don't know. Do you know? Yeah, tell me.
Fox.
Fox is correct.
See, I think a fox is just
Fox
sleazy
bat.
businessman, not as a creature. So very good.
I should get the points for that wager.
No, you don't. But it does
You
bring
wouldn't.
Clint down to Ryan points, which is 0.
Hey.
Nate,
Fox.
you have already won, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the last question anyway to make it just round it off. A
Yeah,
bat
let's do it.
wing membrane is spread between its what? And I'm so glad Dima didn't get this question now after.
Dima might answer.
I'll
anyway,
answer you
just do
this
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear Dima's answer. And if he gets it
Oh,
right, give him the points.
A butt.
I think it's not the
There's
butt.
a-
It's a butt.
Yeah, a butt. Nate, what's your answer?
Yeah, legs and arms. I don't know.
No. Nate, do you have an answer?
I don't have an answer.
This is their weights.
It's spread
Oh,
between its
Toes.
fingers.
Fingers. That's right.
Fingers.
Jeez.
Fingers, yes. Actually, interesting fact about their toes: when their muscles are contracted, is when their toes open. It's when they're relaxed that they're closed.
Well, that makes sense while they're sleeping upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, like a truck brakes.
Exactly like truck brakes.
So the winner of this week's game is Nate. Angry Nate. Good job. Don't be
Good
angry.
job, Nate.
Boo.
On absolutely nothing.
Say
Not
it.
even,
Say what
not
you
even
always
trying
say.
to
You win.
pitch. You didn't even
Say what
win
you
that.
say when you always win.
What's that?
You always say, "I did it."
I did it. Even though I didn't really do it.
You sound
This
so
is all
excited.
because
You
of-
do. I did it.
Yeah.
This is all because of Dima's help. Is
Yeah,
why.
it's not, I got the most right answers.
Generosity.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, Ryan got all the answers that he needed to get right. He got right.
I got one wrong.
I got 3
Although
right.
I do feel dumb. I should have got that other answer right, but I wasn't thinking.
I
good
only
enough.
had 4 questions. I missed 1 and got 3 right. So there you go.
Hey, you still lost, but that's okay.
That's right. I did.
Yep.
Thank you,
it,
Joey.
Trebek.
That's right. You're not first. You're last.
Shake
Jacket
it,
on Mountain Dew.
Thank
Well,
you,
Nate,
Joey,
wrap us up.
for the amazing game. As always,
That was wonderful. Thank you,
That was
Joey.
Dima.
cool.
No problem.
thank you for taking your Sunday afternoon out to hang with us. We really appreciate it.
I miss all of you guys, so
We miss you,
every time
sir.
get a chance to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
I am
Dima,
always down for it.
where can people find you to interact with you and continue this awesome discussion about what bats do at night?
I sometimes post some weird shit on Instagram.
You do, and I love it.
I try not to be too much into social media, especially today. There's just so much stuff happening with everything in the world. So I kind of try to stay away from Twitter. I have a little bit too much of anxiety being on it lately.
I get it.
so,
I get it.
Yeah, but I'm usually on Instagram.
All right.
D-
And what's your username there so we can have people follow you and
Oh,
watch all your weird shit?
Levenchuk. Yeah, it's DLEVANCHUK.
I'm laughing because Dima's looking up thinking as he's thinking about how to spell his name. But
I only had it for 35 years.
you're right, I get it. I
Still
well, it's like when somebody asks you for your phone number, you're like, I don't know, I don't call myself. So I totally get it. I get it.
Exactly. What am I, weirdo?
Yeah. So, but awesome. Yeah, please follow him. Please interact with him. He says weird, but it's actually fun stuff. It's not like just insane and things that make you think twice about life. He posts some fun stuff. I like following him. So please do.
Thank you.
And thank you. And by the way, I'm going to embarrass him. He has the IMDb page if you ever want to look it up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's some stuff in there.
There is,
But
which is awesome.
You can't really watch it.
There's some stuff on there.
There's stuff.
Some
Hey,
stuff.
Credit where credit's due, sir. So anyway,
We're hopefully there are going to be more projects, more fun projects coming up in 2021.
Well, we'd love to
writing some fun stuff.
Well, awesome. Well, we'd love to hear about it. So I mean, share it with
Yeah.
when you feel up to it and when you can, of course. But don't be surprised if we ask you to come back on the show and talk more with us.
Yeah.
I'll be more than
Exactly.
happy.
More
Awesome.
Halloween talk, more scary talk.
Or just
More bad
it's
talk.
the middle of March and we have nothing else to talk about. Let's get Dima on.
Why
Let's see what
not?
happens.
Yeah.
More about what
exactly.
bats do at night when they're awake.
Yes.
We know
Like
that.
a Russian roulette in flesh. Let's see what's going to happen.
That's the episode title right there. Russian roulette in the flesh.
I'm gonna type that in.
Yes, that's
Perfect.
pretty good.
Awesome.
Awesome. Nate, take us home.
So just make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram at @_Dorksmen. As usual, we'll have Ryan streaming his thing on his channel at Agent Tony Stark. So make sure you're following him. He'll be doing some stuff this week. Clint will be on Tuesday. He'll be playing some Mario Kart probably with Sully. So Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Nice.
So yeah, make sure you're following us on Twitter for that. Twitch, same thing.
Right.
You'll see all the announcements there. And as usual, we'll have Dorksmen game night. That'll be next Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That'll be hosted by Ryan. Hopefully, the rest of us can make it out and hang out for at least a little bit and interact with everybody. We appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming to play Jackbox with us. It's a lot of fun. Always some good laughs. So yeah, make sure to come hang out with us for that.
Dima, if you're around, come play. You'd really like it.
Yeah, you'd love that.
And people would love to see what you come up with, and you'd probably win. So come play with this if you have a chance.
There's this one Russian YouTube videos I was watching. It's like this slap tournament where people slap one another.
I've seen that. Yes.
You guys seen those?
Yes, they're
Holy
nuts.
crap!
And it's funny because there's like a big giant guy, and I feel like the big giant guy never wins because he's thinking it's all in muscle.
Yeah,
It's always
not.
the smaller guy who's all about like finesse.
It's the
and style.
technique.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
technique,
It's the
exactly.
technique.
Exactly.
yeah.
See,
Yeah,
It's
so-
like
small guys that are methodical are the ones that win.
I'm
That'd
just
be
saying,
there you go.
I know exactly what you're
I,
talking
ho-
about.
I hope you guys are not. I hope the games is not like this, not the slap fights.
No.
We're not violent.
It's more like you get a phrase and you're supposed to come up with the funniest response.
Yeah.
And you type it in your phone.
Oh
so you
my
don't even
god, I
have to,
love those games.
Yeah.
So
you
come
would
play
like it.
with us. That's
Come
the
play.
point.
Come
Yeah,
play.
let's do it.
Yeah, should be a DM. Let's
I will.
figure out
I'll
some
take care of
other
it.
day.
But you know-
Yeah, I
you know
would
what
love
you-
to do that.
And even if you wanted to, just put in a random name. You don't even put in your real name.
You don't have to. Yeah, you can.
You don't have to
Well,
expose it
anonymous.
to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have to know it's you, but we would like
I
to know
love
it's
it.
you. Anyway, I'll let
I
you
love
know.
those games.
Please come play with us. Hillary too, and tell Hillary hello for us too.
Yes.
Since we haven't got to talk to
Yes,
her.
yes,
We
Hillary.
miss her as well.
Yes.
Hillary, everybody says hello.
Tell her we miss her too.
They miss you a lot.
But not in an awkward way.
Sorry, guys. I don't think you guys are missed.
Well, we're not gonna.
Just want to say hello.
Oh, is she coming on?
Oh, hey, Hillary.
Hello.
Hey, Hillary.
Hey.
Dressed on Halloween.
Hey, we
Perfect.
love it. We
Nice.
love it.
The
We're not going
perfect
to top
cameo.
that, so I think we
Yeah.
got to wrap this up.
Yeah. So thank you again, guys, for listening this week. Make sure you're emailing us at dorksmen@gmail.com. You'll get a nice surprise in the email when you email us. So make sure you do that.
They worked really hard on it, so please email us.
Yeah. So please do. It took like 5 minutes or so. It was a strenuous 5 minutes of typing. Yeah. So thank you guys. Anything else from anybody?
Nope.
No, we're good. All right. If you're trick or treating this Halloween, stay safe. Wash your damn hands. Put on a damn mask.
Yeah.
But have
Social
fun.
distance.
Enjoy
Yep.
it. Yep. But
No
with that-
bobbing for apples.
Yes.
Yes.
No bobbing
no
for
bobbing
apples.
for apples. Please do not do that. And with that, that's my secret. I'm always angry.
I'm Joey the Tall One, and I approve this message.
Word, homies.
Please, no gang signs.
Live deliciously.
There it is.
There it is.